I know you're listening on the other end. Where is she? Where is my daughter?
Kenji, please. You've been at this for hours. Stop. You need sleep.
She's out there, Ray. Someone has her. They could be raiders, or gunners, or God knows what else.
絶対これあれ DLC じゃん。ちょっと名前からして完全に日本人じゃないって。絶対 DLC だこれ。バーハーバー。ちょっと入ってみっかじゃあ。
Hey.
What's up, boss? Sounds like a plan.
こっちも行けんの。なんか適当に探索したらこれ DLC のさやってってやつだよね。始まっちゃった。行政ちょっとじゃあ入ってみようか。
What? Who are you? I'm sorry, but we don't have time for visitors or caravans or wherever you're from.
You were shouting about a missing daughter. What happened?
A good Samaritan? Fine. I'm out of options anyway, if you want to hear about it. My daughter is missing. It all started with this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No. She would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
Do you have any idea where she could have gone?
We know she took one of the boats, but that's all. She could be anywhere.
Let's talk money. Investigations for the missing aren't cheap.
Of course. How does 350 caps sound?
I'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Project Blog, Radiation King Television. Mom says these things actually used to broadcast pictures and sounds back before the war. She also mentioned that some of the ruins of the television studios are still around if you head to the city. Of course, she wasn't too happy when I asked if we could make a trip out there. I'm getting off track. I managed to repair the vacuum tubes and got the power working again, but, well, it's not like there's any working signal for this thing to receive. I'm just going to start stripping this thing for parts moving forward.
ちょっと待って。 もう死ぬのないかな。
Hello? Testing? Project log. Holotape player. Managed to strip out the parts from this thing and make something that's easier to move around. Granddad always said you need to make a record when you start something. You know, in case you have to go back to it. So, I guess I'm going to start doing that. Maybe I should start with an inventory of all the parts I found?
Kasumi! Your father needs help with the boat.
I'll be right there. Oh, damn. Was I recording that? Ugh.
道徳になんかあんのかな。随分と立派な家ですな。取っていいんだよね。もらい。特に俺が必要なものないかな。
Project log. Kitchen mixer. The circuits are still good, but all the mechanical parts are rusted through. Maybe I can...
All right, everyone. I'll be back in a few days. Was there anything else we needed from the city?
Wait, you're going now? No! Wait, Dad, I could come with you.
It is better if I go alone, Kasumi. Do not worry. I have your list.
You don't know what half that list is, Dad. I can help you. Really, I'll be...
I said no. I'm sorry. You're safe here, okay? Just stay put for me.
Okay.
I know you're disappointed, but I won't be long. I love you.
I love you too, Dad.
まあお父さんは娘のことが心配だから。ちょっと刑事。特にないか。じゃあかすみの部屋行ってみるか。一見日本人だよな。
Project log, lamp. Yep, it's a lamp. Filament plus power equals light. I swear, sometimes I think my parents break these things just to keep me busy.
これはバスル。これはかすみの部屋っぽいな。
I'm gonna trust you know what you're doing. Wasting space on that.
Project log, radio. Correction, working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... Let's go with... Ohm's Law. That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common. Project log, dreams. Recording what I can remember when I wake up. I keep having the same one. I'm in a white room. People are talking about me like I'm not there, or maybe they just don't care. And then there's this, I don't know, jolt, like a spark of electricity to the back of my head, and then everyone turns to look at me. God. I hope I don't have it again tonight.
Sun's going down. It'll be a little easier to sneak up on folks now.
건너면 가자. 하나씩입니까?
Mrs. Nakano.
I suppose you have questions about my daughter.
Tell me more about this radio your daughter was working on.
I remember Kasumi was very excited about it. I figured she was secretly trying to make contact with Diamond City or another settlement. We're pretty isolated out here. She only has us for company, and Kenji can be overprotective.
You and your husband don't seem to agree about why your daughter left.
We both want to find her. The world out there isn't a place where you want to be alone. But Kenji still sees her swaddled in diapers. He doesn't see a young woman with her own decisions to make. Maybe because it's more frightening. She wasn't tricked into leaving without telling us. That was her choice. She didn't want us to follow. Why?
I'd like to know more about Kasumi. Might shine a light on where she's gone.
My daughter is strong, focused, careful. That's how I know she's still alive. But why would she leave without telling us? Maybe we... No, never mind. I don't want to waste your time.
Every detail is important, Mrs. Nakano. Don't hold back.
It's just that we've been fighting a lot more. All of us. Ever since Kasumi's grandfather passed away. He was the only one that could really talk to her. Kenji and I don't understand machines, but those two could work together for hours. She started staying in her grandfather's boathouse late into the night. I thought she was just trying to cope with the loss, but now I wonder what she was up to.
Nothing else right now. Mr. Nakano.
Did you have questions? About my daughter?
Why did your daughter really leave? Your wife says she left on her own, but you said it was kidnappers.
I know it was kidnappers. Kasumi is a smart girl, but she doesn't know how horrible people can be. Not like me and Rei. Why would she just leave her family with no explanation? Someone tricked her. Got her to leave the safety of home. Every minute we aren't looking for my daughter, her life is in jeopardy.
Tell me more about this radio she was fixing.
I've tried to get that damn thing to work over and over again, but there's nothing. I thought she just wanted to strip it for parts or build a toaster out of it, or something, like she usually does. Someone made contact with her, and then they took her. God, what kind of twisted psychopath has my daughter?
Anything more you can tell me about Kasumi? The smallest detail could be important.
I don't know what more to say. She's my little girl, and she doesn't know how dangerous this world is. I never should have let her grandfather teach her how to fix these machines.
Her grandfather? He taught her how to fix the radio?
Ever since she was old enough to walk, yes. Her grandfather had an ear for machines. Kasumi picked up the knack. He passed away recently. He used to scavenge the ruins in the south for parts. I kept telling him he was getting too old.
No more questions right now.
Work quickly, Detective.
포도하우스 行ってみっかじゃあ。 そこだよね、ボートハウスって言ってた。そう、ちょっと家の周りだけをぐるっと見てもらうか。まさか適当に探索したら DLC の入り口を見つけるとは思わなかった。ここ乗るとなんか別の場所行けるんじゃん。ファーハーバー。ネカワールドもう少しで終わりそうだからいい機会じゃない。ファーハーバー行くっていうか、まだメインストーリー全く進めてないけど、先に DLC やった方がいろんな武器とか手に入るから DLC のね。まあこんなもんかな。下ちょっと行ってみよう。ボートハウス。トイレもある。トイレってこういう物置かな。地下の入り口とかそういうのもない。だいたいこういうとこにね、地下室の入り口があってさ、ないっすね。でボートがあって、ボートの中で何もないっしょ。ちょっと違うとこにいる。入れないし。完全にここさ、エリア外だけどさ、ね。まあまあまあ、こんな感じで特にね、はい。特になんもないっすね。じゃあちょっとボートハウス行ってみようか。ちょっと周り一回こうやってくる。まあまあ。
You sure you want to bother with that?
とりあえずこっちも行ってみようか。特になんもなくね。
Guide.
Project log? Myself. I never really thought about who or what I am, but God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal, from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synths. Synthetic people. Made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then there are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go. To meet these synths, I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor. I can make my way to them from there.
おお。シンか。シンまだメインミッション全く進めてないから、インスティテュートがどういう組織なのかさ、わかんないのに。いいのかな、やっちゃってこんなこと。If you ever got locked out, safe. とかって普通にエキスパートで開けられるから関係ない。てか一回ちょっと帰った方がいいよね。物がいっぱいあるんですよ。何ですか。ピクチャーのとこに鍵があるって。 マジでマジでこれいいのかな。これやったらなんかメインミッションに影響するとかっていうことはないよね。ミッションあんま進めなきゃいいんだ。ファーハーバー普通に探索メインでやればいいんだ。
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor.
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. There's no time to waste. You have to go after her.
Wait, did you find out why she left, Detective? Who she was speaking to?
What does it matter?
Because I know my daughter, and if she didn't tell us where she went, then she had a reason. Don't you want to know if she wants to be found?
You're right, Detective. Did you find any clue to why Kasumi left home?
I need to ask you an important question. Are you sure your daughter is human?
What kind of question is that? Why are you asking?
Your daughter made contact with a group of synths. She thinks she's one of them.
What? That's crazy.
She's not a synth. She's our daughter. We raised her. I gave birth to her. She's flesh and blood, not a synthetic.
Are you sure she's human, Mrs. Nakano?
Yes, I know my daughter, and she hasn't changed. She's not some replacement.
This is what I was afraid of. Someone twisting my daughter's mind. You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my ship on the dock. It has a guidance system, a final gift from my father, and it's built for distance.
What can I expect out there, Kenji?
I only made the trip to Far Harbor once, when I was a boy. All I remember is that my father did not want to stay long. Something about the air being bad.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. And here, the payment we discussed. I'll have something more when Kasumi is safely back home.
やったー。
Excuse me, Mr. Nakano.
Find Kasumi. Please.
任せろー。やったー。ファーハーバー行けるぜ。ちょっととりあえず行くだけ行ってみるか。どの道物いっぱいだから一回帰ってきてみるけど。これ。ゲージが来てない。ゲージ。ゲージ来てないんだけど。ゲージ持ってきちゃった。ゲージさよなら。一人で行ってみます。大丈夫なの？俺メインミッション何も進めてないのに DLC ばっかりやってて。しかもパワーアーマーも来てねー。ガワールドも全然まだクリアしないのにな。来てしまった。しかもゲージいないし。やばい、絶対難しい。大丈夫かな、殺されてるしね。
Ease up, Alan. Visitors.
Mainlanders ain't nothing but trouble.
Put the damn gun down.
ゼロしたのかバグると怖い。やっべえ。ヌカワールドより全然広いよこれ。半端ねえぞこのエリア。まだまだ終わらないな。
Are you lost? This is Far Harbor. We don't get many visitors around here.
We don't need no freeloaders or more help, mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. And that means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intentions. So, what's your business here?
What is this place?
Well, in ancient times, this used to be a tourist town. My people have lived here and on the island for generations. But now everyone's crowded onto the docks, just trying to survive another day. We have more than our fair share of problems. You aren't here to add to them, are you?
A young woman from the Commonwealth named Kasumi may have passed through here. Her family hired me to find her.
Some sort of detective, huh? Well, she came through here all right.
Damn it. Mariners incoming.
Something's coming through the fog!
You, help us defend the town, and I'll answer any questions you have. Take a post at the top of the wall, near the main gate. The hull never lets us down. Now follow me! Be careful on the hull, stranger. Don't fall off.
Hey.
Need something from me? You okay, boss?
いきなり始まった
I
んだ
need
け
you
ど
to get out of your power armor.
ちょっとせめてパワーマックスして。やばいやばいやばい。なんか気軽に観光しに来たら大丈夫かな。物いっぱいあんだよな。結構。振り出すはそのはずいいとしてとりあえずミッション。キャプテンついてきますか。じゃあ行きましょう。なんか始めた。なんかすごいことになってる。はい。
Man the hull! Something's out there.
Avery.
You sure
Your
you
help
saw
won't be
something?
forgotten.
This ain't a drill.
なんか来た。なんか来たぜ。これは何よ。
Eyes peeled, everyone.
Open the gate! I've got wounded out here!
Mariner? There's no time. Look to the fog. They're coming.
敵では。
God! Defend yourselves!
Radio! Fire at will!
ね、ハウル。What? これ？これが敵。
We got
ちょっとそれじゃん。
Busters! Look out! I think we're okay.
レールが強い。
Let's do
This ain't nothing!
下降りてもいいんじゃないかな。ちょっと下。
Watch yourself! That's
下が怖いな。
no. Eyes on the fog. Something's coming.
うわ、下で戦うぜ。一線切って戦う。
Picked a hell of a day to visit.
Clear. All right. Well done, all.
素晴らしい。
Open the gate.
素晴らしい。レジェンドみたいな。 이제 다리 보내. Let's go. 딜을 시작이 되어 있나? 저거. 느낌 오니까 좀変えたいんだよな。あ、死んじゃった。カイドウにやられてる。フィッシャーマンの曲。新しいそうだ。窓が結構そうですね。で、これ倒せばいいんだ。この人。
Captain.
And now you see what we're up against. The fog and the creatures it spits out have taken the whole island from my people. For your help when we needed it, you deserve this.
What's the fog?
Where to begin? The fog's radioactive, right? But there are pockets of it, the deep fog, that are hard fallout. And as deadly as that is, that's only part of the problem. Things live in the fog, thrive. You think what attacked the harbor's bad? Oh, there's far worse further inland.
You've lost the whole island?
Oh, the fog's been here forever. There are good years when it recedes and the island's almost normal. Then there are times when it spreads all over. People have to cling to any patch of land free of the fog. For the past, 8 years or so, it's been getting as bad as it's ever been. Now, Far Harbor's one of the only places left that's safe.
If you managed to survive despite all that, it must be tough.
Ornery, more like.
I'm done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those Children of Adam cultists for good.
The fog's been here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the Rat Eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden a stranger with all this nonsense.
What's the deal with the Children of Adam?
They're religious folk. Worship the power of Adam. Which is radiation, I guess. If you want details, you'd have to find and ask them. We used to have a peace with them until a certain hothead menace named Alan Lee...
Now that's enough. That preacher came into the harbor saying that it was Adam's will that we lost our land. That it was Adam's goddamn will that we lost so many friends and family. And that the Adam would wipe this whole place clean of us.
If it were up to me, you'd hang for what you did to that preacher, Alan.
What did he do to the preacher?
Alan pulled a gun on him. He claims the preacher reached for his. We don't have police, or really any law, just custom and popular sentiment. And after everything the preacher said, it was abundantly clear doing anything to Alan would have made matters worse.
Can we get back to business?
Sorry for all that. You're here for Kasumi, right? She headed inland to the Synth Refuge, Acadia. Getting there will be dangerous. You'll need a guide. Old Longfellow. No one knows the fog like him. But word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
What's old Longfellow's story?
He's the best hunter on the island. Fearless. Some say crazy. If someone needs to get to Acadia, he's the only one that'll do it. But people around here are known for being stubborn, willful, and other less flattering things. But Longfellow's got a reputation even among us.
Thanks for the info.
Best place to look for Longfellow's at the bar. The last plank. And, please, lend a hand around town if you're able. Even if it's slapped away. People like the Mariner and Cassie and others need help. And let me say something you might not hear again. Thank you.
ちょっと一回持ち物もいっぱいだし帰るか。悪いけどちょっと一回帰りますわ。ちょっと一回帰りましょう。物がね持ってないんだ全然メインミッションやってないからな。なんかちょっとくらいメインミッションやろうと思っていたらいつの間にか DLC に行ってたっていうね、この現実。